Hi everyone, Sicx here again from bluesixtarot.co.uk and Sicx Tarot on Instagram and Twitter. Now, as you can see from my stylish cap and obviously the thumbnail to this video, today I'll be doing an unboxing of this cool looking tarot here, the Manga University Manga Tarot. It's all in its foil at the moment, still unopened, but we'll take a proper look at this. Okay, so let's get this going. So, there you go, it's a bit better there. So we've got the Manga University Manga Tarot, done by this person here, and I'm not going to try and pronounce that name. So, it has, those who are anime fans, this does feel like it's got a Studio Ghibli style of anime artwork, kind of the cutesy, kind of basic features, but lots of bright colours. So on the front, we've also got the stars, the Knight of Swords, and Strength. I do like that one. Makes me think of My Neighbour Totoro. And you've got the girl at the front, who I think is probably going to be the Ace of Wands. It's a fair assumption. Then on the back, we have the Fool, my favourite card of all. It's like the Hanged Man, King of Cups, and the Hermit at the bottom there. So I'll just hold this bit here for you, so you can you can pause and have a quick read. I'm not going to read through all of this myself because we'll be here ages. So I picked this up on Amazon, and as I do with most cards, so let's have a nice look through this box. So open it here. Okay. Right, first of all, we've got the nice book there. So it's nice horizontal. That does look really sweet. Nice, cute and adorable. Once again, it's got the same cards on the front there on the book as it does on the front of the box. So, oh, look at, okay, that is a nice, they are a nice size. They're a similar size to the Pathfinder deck I have. So that looks, so that's probably about, what, 8 inches? I'd say about 3.5 to 8 inches. The book will probably say it in more detail, but doesn't actually have the measurements on the back, but it'll probably have it on the profile of the Amazon list. But we'll come back to the box in a second. I'll quite look at the book. It's surprisingly thin, considering. Oh, sorry. Okay, so nice, nice prints on the back there. So if I open a random page and spread that out, so you've also got Judgment there, and Judgment looks lovely. So you've got the Hanged Man there. So let's have a quick look at the book inside. So you've got a gift box according to this. Can you see that there? So you've got a nice little gift box there. Just adjust myself there a bit. So we'll have just have a quick skim. So it does seem to go straight into the cards and their meanings, and then some spreads at the back. We'll probably take a look at those later. Basic forward and introduction. Yeah, and then it just jumps straight to the full. So you've got Tarot Trumps, which is also the terms for. Also, Tarot Trumps is also the term for the major arcana. So, I do like that one. So they're not. Oh, okay, it's the Magician. My mistake. On the front, it's the Magician. But yeah, so we can just go through those later. So when I had made an order for these, and I was talking to one of my friends on Instagram. Tarot Tidbits, I recommend you follow her. She's got bloody loads. Shout out to you, by the way, Tarot Tidbits. Anyway, she did warn me about these because I told her I'd ordered them, and then I was told they do what I cannot stand, which is the pips in the same way you would have normal playing cards. So that did kind of annoy me, but the majors seem to look quite nice. So we'll take a quick look at the back. I like the fact that this looks like the book is usually sold separately as well, because the book itself is $5, $5 US, which is probably about, judging by the exchange rate of the pound, it's probably like £10 now. No, it's probably about a couple of yeah, no, sorry, $4.99. My mistake. But that's probably about £5 at most. Yeah, so if I just quickly skip to the back. Aha, there we go. So we've got some how to get started and telling us some of the spreads. So you've got your yes, no, your 7-day spread. Might have a look at that later. The classic Celtic cross, as you can see there. Let's see, it's also got the magic star. That looks quite nice. We'll take a look through some of these at some point. The AI Love You, that reminds me of a manga called AI Love You, Artificial Intelligence, done by the people who did, I can't remember the bloody name of them now. The boy who I'll probably write at the bottom. There's that anime where that boy winds up getting an all-girls dorm and has to be the manager of it. Then you've got Tic Tac Tarot. I like the sound of that. I might take a look at this one, see how that looks. Probably not in this video, maybe in a future video. But yeah, and then you've got your nice credits there. So publisher, senior editor, researcher, and designer. And a special thanks to Mary Ock. I'm not gonna try and read those names. I find it difficult reading English, let alone non-English names. So we'll have a look at these cards. So as I said, these are a nice size, very nice size. Okay, so got a nice little band here. I mean, I could edit this bit out, but then it'd feel a bit. I'd always feel it'd feel a bit not genuine if I cut and paste all the time. But yeah, so you've got the back here. So you can't mistake what these are, and you can obviously tell them if they're inverted, which I cannot stand inverted readings. I do not do inverted readings. I try not to anyway. So let's start. So you've got the Fool, and looks like a little dog person, because there's usually traditionally a dog at the back. So anyway, so we've got the Magician holding a classic wand, and yet still has the batons there. Excuse me, so that's interesting. And I think the pentacle looks like a biscuit. Oh, excuse me. So then these feel quite thick, by the way, but we'll do that in a sec. So you've got the High Priestess with the J and the B, which is also quite interesting because it's usually BJ, and my friends and I at Tarot Group tend to laugh a lot. And the Empress, just looks nice and friendly. The Emperor, yeah, nice university teacher there. I'm kind of off with some of my anime. I haven't watched a lot of anime in quite a while, so I'm not up to date with One Punch Man, the manga, but I've caught up with the series. And there's quite a few animes I still need to get around to watching at some point. So we've got the Hierophant, nice friendly priest there. The Lovers, just looks nice and sweet there. Chariot, yeah, that's quite cool. Strength, which I just love. I mean, look at that. Look at that little line there. Just that line just lying there. Puns. So I've got the Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. And you know what? I like that. I like this bit here. They do look really cute. Yeah. Judgment. Justice. Much later. The Hanged Man. And sometimes they're hung by a snake. You still have an infinity symbol here. However, I've also noticed that it doesn't look like it's the full picture. So it does look like there's probably a bit. It looks like there's a bit more of this picture that's just not in the card itself, which I think is a bit odd. But there you go. The Death card, kind of a cutesy looking death. Temperance. That looks quite cool actually. I do quite like that one. Oh, and she's actually on the earth rather than by standing in a river. So that's quite interesting. Got a little mountain in the background there. The Devil. That's a nice interpretation of the Devil there. Kind of like an unseen agent. That's pretty cool. I like that one. The tower. That's actually quite an interesting take on it as well. So it's on fire, being struck by lightning and disintegrating from the bottom up. That does look quite cool. So you've got the star. Once again, kind of, you can see the curvature of the Earth, she's so big. That's still quite a lovely look. The moon. I think that's quite an interesting take as well. As it's... what's that, I wonder? That bit just there. No, it looks like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't look like a printing error. But then if it is a printing error, then that means this deck is probably worth 8 times the price now. But yeah, that's quite an interesting one there. The sun, nice stereotype of a happy anime character. Judgment, we saw that on the front of the on the book, I believe. So, but that still looks really nice. And you got the world. Also with the characters from the Wheel of Fortune, which I think is quite cool. Right, now we go on to the miners, and the book. I'll just put this down for a sec. I want to see what the book refers to. The miners. Let's have a quick look, because she had the major arcana, but they refer to this as. They refer to it as trumps. So I just want to see what they refer to these as. It just says magical miners. So fair enough. But it's anime, so most of the characters are miners, but tish. So we've got the Ace of Batons. So let's see how the rest look. Okay. Right, yeah, it's just this. I'm never a fan of these. So I'm just going to fly through these really. Never a fan, because it's... Once again, you've got to know you've got to have a good idea of your numbers and your numerology, and as I'm learning, it does also help to know the I can't remember what it's called again. So none of this is ever scripted. So the Kabbalah, that's it. If you know the Kabbalah quite well, this wouldn't be too tricky. But once again, for a beginner, these aren't great. I wouldn't recommend these for beginners. If you're an anime fan, it looks like I say go for them. I like the fact it's anime hair, but it looks like fire. That's pretty cool. So you've got the Page of Batons. I think it's quite nice. The Knight. So he's that looks good for the Knight of Batons, I'd say. The Queen. Yeah, quite an interesting take on her. The King. He's a lot older in compared to the Queen. And imagine they'd have been roughly about the same. I'd imagine he'd have been a bit younger, or she would have been a bit older, but there you go. Then you've got the Ace of Cups. And then we're just going to have a floating cup and a kind of nice looking background, but pretty much the same. So, but the artwork's nice, I think. Artwork looks pretty good. Tell you what, I'll do it the other way around. I'll do it that way, there we go. So I'm not blocking it with my hand. I don't do many unboxing videos, so... Come on. Ah, typical. There you go. Okay, she looks adorable. In the Page of Cups. She does look quite adorable. Prince of Cups, Knight of Cups rather. Although I am curious now to see how the Queen is in comparison. Yeah, about the same age. And then, see, that looks a bit more age appropriate. That looks a bit more age balanced, I'd say. Right, so you've got Ace of Swords. Okay, I mean that's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These look so dull. Not just the fact they're just in an empty space, but in the concept of they're so small compared to how the other two have looked. But since I've watched Afro Samurai, the miniseries, that's quite good. I always recommend Afro Samurai. I wouldn't recommend the sequel, which is a film. That's not as good. That does get a bit confusing, but I do recommend Afro Samurai. The series is just called Afro Samurai. I think the sequel is Afro Samurai Resurrected. which is a one-shot film, whilst the standard Afro Samurai is just 5 episodes. I recommend that if you've not seen it. I mean, hell, if you're an anime fan, you've probably watched it a million times and shouting at the screen. Yes, I know. But if you've not watched it, I recommend it. It's good. So you've got a page of swords. Nice little grid there. Nice of swords, as you saw on the cover. So they look pretty cool. Queen of Swords and King of Swords. So I'm not going to go about the age again, but so then Pentacles, Ace of Coins in this one. I mean, they do look like biscuits, which I'm a bit peckish actually now, so I might get something later. And yeah, these look nice. So basically, so some of these minors, I think the swords look the worst just because they are the smallest on card really. So 9, 10. Yeah, that looks like a biscuit. So you've got a page of coins there, and also I like the fact you've got the diamonds, because in playing cards the diamonds would represent the coins. So that's quite nice. So you've got a nice humble boy there, nice and patient. Oh, that's one. Queen there, and king. Right, so that looks pretty cool. So yeah, so that's the basic rundown of this deck. So just a couple. We'll just do the other basic thing of how they feel, how they basically feel. So the stack itself, like that. So it's really, so these are kind of thick cards. So I'd probably say that's about 1.5 inches. So that's probably about 3-4 centimeters thick. So it's about 1.5 inches maybe. I don't have my tape measure with me. So let's see how they feel to spread. They don't feel great to spread. They might be better after you use them for a while, but these are kind of lumpy, and I'm not fond of that. So as I said, so just offhand, that's it's not the worst, but they don't spread too well. And now I always measure how to shuffle. However, as I've got relatively large hands, it's not as easy for some as it is for others. So if you have smaller hands, then these will probably be a bit tricky anyway, just because they're quite large. But they don't feel bad to shuffle. They feel quite smooth. They don't feel blocked. They're not so thick where you can't shuffle smoothly. It's probably, you'd probably struggle with the size, but it's quite relatively smooth. So what I'll probably do in a future video, we'll take a look at some of the spreads from this book. Oh, hold on, cards just come out. Where are you? Oh, let's have a quick look and see which card decided to jump out at me. Aha! So it turns out it's the Ace of Swords. So this is a message I'm probably supposed to take from this, and that message is: be direct and tell people how it is. I've got to be straightforward. Yeah, that works for me. So anyway, that's this deck. Would I recommend it? I'd say artwork is good. For a collection, this feels like it's worth having because they're nice artwork, good size, nice, bright and colourful. If you want to read with them, I would say that these should not be your first deck. This should probably be your third. This should probably be from like deck 4 or onwards. Once you get used to them, so they're nice to. Oh, one of them's kind of bent there. Oh well, they look like they're worth having. If you want to read with them, as I said, these would probably be like your 4th or 5th deck. So once you get used to the flow of using other tarot, then you can probably move on to these. Then you can try and get used to just. Okay, try again. Just these. You just need to start getting used to this sort of thing. So with that in mind, probably from your 5th deck, I'd say. But yeah, these are very nice. These aren't a purchase I regret. have been a few cards I have owned and purchased over the years that I do kind of think, if I'd have known, I probably wouldn't have bought them. Yeah, so anyway, so that's my thoughts on these, and let me know what you think in the comments. Well, I hope you liked the video. As you can see, I'm wearing the cap. I was actually going to wear kind of like an over-the-top anime style spiky wig, but unfortunately now my dreadlocks are quite long, I can't actually fit this on my head, so I had to resort to Pokemon. I mean, who doesn't want to resort to Pokemon? Pokemon's cool. Yeah, don't forget, once again, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Obviously follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Sicx Tarot, and you can also follow some of my other stuff on bluesicx.co.uk and follow me on Sicx on Instagram and Twitter. That's where some of my non-tarot stuff is on. And also Sicx is my modelling website as well. So if you check out bluesicx.co.uk, you can check out some of my modelling stuff I've done. I haven't done anything for a while, but hopefully I should get a few new shoots in the next few months. Fingers crossed. So yeah, you have a good one, and I'll see you soon.